presentation for Communications 1010. My presentation is on English Mastiff. This is not an English Mastiff. This is my dog Molly. She's a Pug Norfolk Terrier cross. Now, while people think owning any dog is a fun part of life, consider every option you can think of, especially for a huge dog like the Mastiff. Constant drool control, a large budget, large toys that are bigger than Molly's head, and information on the risks of the breed, so make sure you're well prepared. So, this is Rocky. He is a 3-year-old apricot English Mastiff, and this is Bo. He is a 2-year-old brindle English Mastiff. So, as you can see, they are fairly large dogs. The AHT standards for English Mastiffs are that they stand, come here, 30 inches at the shoulders for males, 27.5 inches at the shoulder for females. They can weigh anywhere between 140 to 250 pounds. They come in 3 colors: apricot, dark fawn brindle, and silver fawn. The muzzle, the ears, and the nose must be dark in color, and they always say the darker the better. Mastiffs were originally used as companion and protection dogs from the late 1500s, but they were also one of the first dogs used for dog fighting, and as well as rescue dogs in World War I and World War II. The boy Rocky. Because of their size, they often are very intimidating, and even though they are said to be one of the friendliest dogs around, their size makes them very scary. They have a large, very deep, intimidating bark, which can frighten some people, small children, and small dogs like Molly. Because they are so intimidating, or said to be so intimidating, oftentimes people will walk with their Shih Tzus, their Pugs, their Chihuahuas, see Bo and Rocky, and then end up going the other direction, picking up their dogs, running away, finding any escape route they can. Molly, on the other hand, is okay. She's a little bit scared, but she'll be fine. They can get along very well with other dogs, cats, babies, hamsters, rabbits, as long as you socialize them well. So, being a giant breed, their lifespan is quite a bit shorter than, say, Molly's would be. Anywhere from 6 to 12 years, averaging around 8, where Molly would average around, say, 15, 16. They're often referred to as the gentle giant, and they're great family dogs, and they need surprisingly, very little exercise and space. English Mastiffs are often seen in pictures of small children, reassuring people of their gentle nature. Good boy. So after learning the history of the breed, let's see what you'll be getting yourself into if you actually are still interested in it. So because of their size, Mastiffs are prone to several health issues. Some of these include bloat, cardiomyopathy, eye problems such as entropion and ectropion, and their big, droopy ears make it very easy for them to be prone to bacterial ear infections. Because of their weight, which in a healthy Mastiff can range anywhere from 120 to 220 pounds, it's very common and easy for them to become obese and makes them easy candidates for joint problems, arthritis, and a very, very complicated, expensive surgery called a tibial plateau leveling osteotomy, or more commonly known as a TPLO surgery, which Bo had 2 of. An x-ray of Bo's knee after he had his first tibial plateau leveling osteotomy, TPLO. So what it actually does is it cuts the platelets in the bones and kind of restructures them and rebuilds them. So it's quite a tricky procedure, but there's his first one. There are both of them together. So poor guy has both knees fixed and redone, but he's good to go. How many pills Rocky would need for 2 weeks of antibiotics, and this is how many Molly would need. This is $100. This is $26. Be prepared for that. Which brings me to my focus. People are not educated on this breed, and it's for that very reason that they end up at local shelters, or worse, euthanized because people can't afford the kind of treatments that they need for their dogs. Take it from my friend Renee, who adopted Rocky from the Humane Society 2 years ago. And look how well he's doing now. He loves this place. So, there are pros and cons to owning a Mastiff. Be prepared for the following. Rocky, come here. Rocky. Hey, come here. Drool. And lots of it. There's no question about it that masters drool. Some only drool a little bit, but in Rocky's case, he drools quite a bit. So you always have to have some sort of drool towel around to wipe it off the walls. Come here, Rocky. Wipe it off the floor, off the TV, off the Christmas tree, and off the cat. Because let's face it, it's going to happen. And Molly probably has a whole bunch of drool in her too, making her 10 pounds heavier than she actually is. So, as you'll see in my next demonstration, they drool so much sometimes that you can make a child's swimming pool out of it. Just give me a minute. Good boy for being gentle. And sometimes it looks like they have rabies. And I really recommend hardwood floors. So, and ski pants. So also be prepared for space. Although they're not energetic dogs by any means, a Mastiff still needs exercise. So be prepared for walks. Even though they are giant dogs, they do very well in smaller houses and apartments, as they pretend to be a lap dog. So the next thing you have to be concerned about is cost. Are you prepared to spend up to $4,000 for a TPI little surgery for your Mastiff by the time he is 2 years old? Are you prepared to buy the really, really big bags of food, which can cost up to $150, and it'll last for maybe a month? And then, of course, you have to get the bigger food dishes, which hold more portions of food, and they can be more money as well. You need the biggest kennel size available, which can cost up to, I wouldn't even know, $200? Molly's cost $30. A little toy like this isn't going to do much for them. With the Mastiff around, you need the big honking toys, and I recommend the Blue Octopus. Molly has one as well, it's just this big. Also, if you are going to be like Paris Hilton and dress up your dogs, you need the really big clothing, which will fit humans. So this probably is a lot more expensive than something Molly would fit into. And last but not least, their collars, which will fit around my neck. So you have to be prepared for all sorts of bigger things. SUVs as well have to be, you have to have the bigger vehicle to cart them around in. A little dinky car like I have will not hold these dogs very well. It wouldn't be very comfortable for anybody. So now you have all the facts. Although they can be a fairly expensive dog, and they can only live on average for about 8 years, English Mastiffs can make wonderful companions, and you will always have a dear loyal friend that waits, on the most part, more than you did.